Well, hello, and thank you so very much for joining us today. Not tonight, and my phone's already going. I'm here with Tony ASMR, Tony Bomboni, one of the OGs.
Finally, someone said it right.
Did I?
She's Bamboni.
Oh, Bam. Well,
It's Bomboni. You got it right.
It rhymes with Bamba, so you guys have that in common, you know? Bamba's my dog.
Oh, yeah.
So I have practice.
Arf, arf.
I'll just share how we met, I would say. You know, I discovered that Tony had a tarot channel. It's transitioned, it's moved, it's done some stuff. But when I found it, it was a tarot channel. And I was so impressed with his readings. I thought they were excellent. I always got what I needed out of them. He did such a good job. Like, I thought they were amazing. They still are, but it's just awesome. So we're in a timeshare near Orlando. He drove all the way here, like over 3 hours to come. And we're gonna do a little tarot reading for you guys, I guess. We're just gonna let it go with the flow. We're both in a bit of a...
We've been planning this for months. I mean, it's just divine timing. And I'm really happy to be here and meet Jillian. And just awesome. Thank you for having me on your channel.
Oh my God,
and we're gonna have a video on mine as well.
Yes, thank you. I don't have a lot of collab experience, so I appreciate you saying that because I would have forgot to say that. But let's shuffle.
So we're going to do both cards and just pick from
let's start shuffling.
Okay.
And we'll pull some cards. And I guess I'll invite you guys to just choose. Maybe we could even make some piles. Like one pile I'll do, one pile we'll both do, and one pile you'll do. And then they can choose which pile they want to choose from. What do you think about that? Yeah, would that be okay? I'm changing it up. We had a little plan.
This plan.
Yeah. And I will apologize for any background sounds. Like I said, this is a timeshare, so I don't have a lot of control over things.
How are you liking Florida?
I'm loving it. I'm loving it, but I'm still not settled. Like, I'm still not normal. You know what I mean? Like, I still feel out of sorts. I think it'll sound a lot better. There's so many sounds. Oh, is that Amazonite? Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, do it again.
Shuffling the cards.
Yeah.
This is my favorite deck. If any of you have followed my tarot channels, the two of you, it's the Black and White Shadow by Brian Williams and Michael Gottfried. So it's my favorite deck, most accurate.
Awesome. Mine is the Cosmic Tarot deck. I'm not sure who created it, but I love this one because it's just so easy to read. So easy.
I love the artwork and the color. And it's like a plain Jane, just black and white.
It's nice to have the contrast though. And they're very, I don't want to say abstract, but they have these like dimensional kind of looks to it. Like I'm just looking at that big one there, and it's just like kind of in your face, or they have like a nice view of everything. These are very dramatic, I would say. Like they remind me of like movies or something. Like, look at this guy. Like, you know what's going on because he's like, whoa, you know.
Three of Pentacles. Can I just say, I love Jillian's energy. Can I?
Yeah, Jillian. I say Jillian.
Lune's energy, just as soon as you walk in, just...
Aw, thanks.
Calm peace.
We could light our candle too. Here, want to tap? It smells okay. They only have like one smell at a time.
Soy wax, Baby Blossom. Oh, that actually scared me. I didn't see that. coming.
This is a no smoking room, so we have to be a little mindful, I think, with the incense. But this will be perfect. It's okay. It's just a little one. Yeah, this little shell.
No incense.
Little incense. A little spray. Just clear the space, you know? Okay. So, what are we doing? We're going to make 3 piles, right? One Tony will read by himself. One we might read together. And then one I'll read. And I'm gonna take from yours, as in I feel like it's for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it could also be for other people because it could be general enough.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah. I'm gonna do that.
I want to have this too. Do you want to do 5 cards, 3 cards?
We could do 5.
5? That's good.
So I just put down 5.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'll just do first.
Yeah, you go first. I like your style. I'm gonna copy you. Yeah. Yours are so big. Okay. Would you like to start? Do you want me to start?
This first. Okay. Do you usually do reverses?
I do, but you don't have to if you don't.
Okay. I won't.
It's okay.
This is the world. Okay, so this is the world, and I was drawn immediately to the bull somehow. I feel like this is about me though.
Yeah. You were drawn
It's
to
supposed
it.
to be about
Here, let me.
you, but I feel
want me
like
to
it's
read
a
it for
message
you?
about me.
Sure. Well, the world, in this case for me, and I love that you say you're drawn to the bull because it's, for me, about stability, or speaks to stability, creating a nice foundation, enjoying things though, like not a foundation of like frugal as in, oh, like I have to make this in such a specific way, but like enjoying things, enjoying the foundation that you're making. But the world is just this cosmic dance and trust that everything is falling into place to support whatever that foundation is that you are looking to create. And it seems to have an element of beauty or an element of like luxury, if I can say, you know. And I don't, maybe that's not a Porsche for you, like maybe you're not like that kind of luxury kind of person, but it can be like what it means to you, like what comfort means to you. And the trust, or the message here is like, trust in the universe. No, it's all moving and shaping. You just have to align with it, as in keep it in your sight, keep it on the table in terms of what you're working towards.
And I was just gonna cut in and say also this and the blue bird
The
kind of
hawk or
pulled
eagle
me
or
in like the
something.
right side, kind of the future. So I'm thinking about like,
All right, yeah. Bird's eye view, perspective, knowing that no matter what happens below you, you have wings, you know. So like, even if things kind of fold in ways sometimes, because that's life, right? That, you know, like we didn't like it, or it wasn't as planned, or it's not how you wanted it. The trust in yourself is what will always carry you, you know. There's like that meme, or the bird doesn't care if the branch breaks because it knows it has wings. It's like that kind of message, you know.
I love that quote.
Yeah.
Love that.
You want to read one for me? Because I'm going to choose.
If you feel drawn to,
I do.
Why I just felt like
I like this.
That was for
it's
me.
just organic. It's just an organic little hangout together.
Okay. So what do you feel about that card?
The 5 of Swords. I love that it has, I think that's Venus up there. Venus and Aquarius.
I think I gotta stop saying I think. It's one thing I'm learning now. I feel.
I sense.
Think. It's like the ego, you know. You gotta tap into the feeling. So I was drawn to this. Do you usually zoom in like on some?
Not usually.
Okay.
I'm lazy.
Hopefully they can see it. It's okay. This is the Five of Swords, and there's a man here holding two swords as part of the swords, and so this can be hard to see because
It's busy. There's a lot going on. Yeah.
Yeah, but as much as you can see out of it, there's a bunch of fireflies, dragonflies around, and it's crowded. You're kind of.
I'm just gonna make sure that you're in focus while you're talking.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's like you're huddled in the corner. There's like a crowding of things or events, and people are with you, but I feel like maybe there's a little bit of dazed confusion right now about many circumstances, and it won't last long as the flies will fly away and you will have your space again. That's literally what I'm seeing, just like
Perfect for me right now, honestly.
in a non-biased way. I feel like that's what, like you literally want your space and your peace. Ultimately, we're all seeking peace and happiness. So I feel like this is just a temporary thing. Maybe some things along the way or on your journey here, you're gonna feel like, oh, this is a nuisance. This is bothersome for me. I don't like this. I like this. Maybe let's change this. And you know, but try not to let those defenses up for long periods. Perhaps you can let yourself down a little bit. You know, if a dragonfly lands on you and annoys you for a little while, it's okay. But that's there to teach us something, you know, and to sit with it. That's kind of what I'm picking up on.
That's perfect. That's perfect for me right now.
I'm gonna get my curl.
Yeah, sure. Do you want me to get it for you? So you don't have to get up and down?
Better to stand and let him loose.
All right. Do you want to pick another card? Do you want to play that way?
This is much better.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
good.
I'll pick one. I was drawn to this one. So, whoa, the Emperor. This is about you now, Jill. Yeah, definitely saw the beard first.
Yeah, totally me. Like,
Yeah, she has so much facial hair.
I'm very hairy.
But I feel like that is demonstrating kind of your wisdom here, your grown experience, and you're trying new things now. You're getting out of your comfort zone, and that's how you're growing more in the literal sense. But you do have sort of what you said earlier about my card, like the luxuries around you. I am seeing that for sure. The blossoming, the greens, and everything's kind of just flowing for you right now. And you can be in a place now where you can kind of pick and choose different things rather than before you might have been like,
I feel that. Yeah.
yeah. You kind of felt before like, I've had no choice, and now you have a choice, and you're empowering yourself through that. Stay with that, you know?
I like it, and that's so true.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, beautiful.
Emperor.
So good.
It's a pretty guy. I mean, he's all right. I'm not into the facial hair, but I would date him if it...
Hey, you know, you can't write everybody off, right? Like, all right, so I'm going to pick this one. We've got the Five of Pentacles. Was that the card that I showed you before, too? It was another Five of Pentacles. So we have Mercury and Taurus. And this looks like a bit of stress, you know, a little bit of stress right here that might come up or might be working its way through. It seems to be tied to your mental processing of you know, it's funny because the Taurus was here, or, you know, what I would, it's not necessarily, but a similar, and here, and kind of like the stress of creation, the stress of boiling things down, the stress of when the tower falls, and now we get that chance to rebuild. And while this seems to be in the physical sense, you know, because it's Pentacles, and I'll show you the card, and I'll show you guys the cards better when we move things around a little bit. But
sometimes they play games. Spirit plays games.
Yeah, it's
they
like,
really do.
You know,
You see funny signs sometimes.
It seems like you've got someone kind of like watching you, or kind of like got in your way and like let you kind of either trip up, or sorry, I'm just gonna let myself, these are brand new cards to me, so I'm just gonna like let them come in. But there's been some stress perhaps that was tied to the stress that we put on our mental place of how am I going to create this now, or what am I creating, or what do I want, kind of to get to that place of foundation, luxury, stability. And it seems like someone almost like let you down, and now they feel bad about it, or they just were watching, or it happened and then they were like, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but you're like, but you did. You did. And it's kind of like that inner strength of like, all right, well, I'm in the fire, I'm gonna do it, like I'm gonna have the experience. And you learn, you know, this one's covering their eyes, but you're learning. It's all about internal, what's going on within you through this. And now, like, you know, maybe this relationship or whatever that dynamic might have been, maybe it was a fly in the ointment. It's like, no, like, you can't say sorry. You can't, like, I can't let you back in. You've already done it. Like, you've already done it. You showed me your colors, and now I can't let you back in because of that. It's just like the vibe. Yeah, is that true? Okay, so
if I can add in, I
yeah,
kind of saw like the buckling of the knees, like buckling under pressure. They kind of were intimidating me to do that. That what you said was spot on, but I also saw that as an addition. And
yeah.
And
I don't know if this, it might not be, but to me this like looks like a city, like the skyscrapers in New York kind of thing to me. Like, I don't think that's what it actually is, but it's kind of like, yeah, okay. Stop. Really? The person?
Yeah.
And they're here now? Like, they came? Yeah, okay. And there's like a sickle, you know, they harvested something from you. Like, they took something, you know? But look how much bigger and stronger, you know. It's not a permanent kind of situation, but it is a lesson of like watching out.
Definitely a lesson. Tough lesson.
I'm sure.
Lesson.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to choose, and we can do anyone,
Isn't
right?
just so beautiful. Like, you just bring out your feelings. And
Stop. I know you're like, oh, you have choices now. I'm like, I know, I do. I'm so grateful. I want to like seriously like kiss the ground like a crazy person. Like,
sometimes people think like tarot is just tell me the future, but really
I don't do it at all that way.
Or like
predictive.
I'm gonna make it nice for you. No, it's not about that. You know, tell me the truth. What do I need to do to make the future better? You can always change this. This is never set in stone.
Absolutely. It's just another perspective, or even sometimes it's just a validation, you know, like, yeah, that did happen. Yeah, you are doing it. You're doing, you know, like whatever it is, that validation is sometimes the start of everything afterwards. You know, it's like something clicks and then you keep moving, you know? So I feel like it comes up with validation a lot for me. All right, so I'm going to choose from your pile. Oh, wait, is it your choice? It's your turn, right? I'm going to do from your pile so that you can read your cards again. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I like the back and forth of like, you read this one, and I like you reading those ones too, if that's okay.
Definitely. The Chariot. At 7, I was immediately drawn to the 7, and I think my 7-year channel anniversary. It's kind of funny.
Congratulations. Holy crap. 7 years.
And before you know it, you're going to be on here with your million subscribers, be like, happy 5-year, guys. But yeah, the Chariot usually is a demonstration of crossing paths, making a decision. So I am seeing for you again, similar to the 5 of Swords card we just witnessed. Is that your battery? It's low.
No, that's just the way it records.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it looks similar. You're right.
I'm seeing the muscles here of this person. You're holding on to something. You've had to travel. You're getting all your resources. Something with a child. Like you're still holding on to that child energy or something with your child. Like they're close to you and you're thinking of them often. You're protective and you're wanting what's best for them. And this decision of travel has a lot to do with them as well. And what's best for them. And you're kind of selfless in a way where you're more focused on that rather than, is this journey really about me? Part of it, as we have to have a fine balance of, let's take care of ourselves first. Like the, what's it called? The oxygen analogy.
Yeah.
In the airplane, you have to have the oxygen. So as long as you remember that you always have to come first, and then others around you. Because I feel like the bareness of you, like you are willing to bear all for your children, for the ones you love, and they expose that in you, and you are this kind of like soft, sensitive soul, but you have the strength that people don't see as well, the courage, and to be able to be brave enough to do things, to travel and venture off into new locations is right now your surrounding focus. And this is kind of just looking into what you're going through right
It's just
now.
amazing. It's that and it's other stuff that I'm planning with travel too, and like different like locations, like teaching in different spots and stuff, and so it's definitely a part of it. And my son is obviously on my mind because I don't want to be away from him for too long. So it's like, how do I make this work? You know, but at the same time, it's a part of my path, so I'm gonna make it work. But he comes up a lot, or like the child, taking care of him. I'm very mommy.
Nurture.
Yeah, nurturing. That's the way to say it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. These are such gorgeous cards too. Good choice. Like with your faves.
I was drawing this one next. Maybe you can.
Ooh, Justice. All right. Oh, we had this one. Justice, you know. Like
Oh, yeah.
So this is a really beautiful and very interesting looking card too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. An eye for an eye kind of thing, right? This has a lot of Libra energy. You're not after any... It reminds me of a sword, you know, like the sword, sometimes we look at it as like a weapon, you know, or karma.
I thought those were crosses.
Yeah.
Swords.
Yeah, they're swords. We look at them as a weapon, but it's actually, in a higher way of using the sword, maintains balance, you know, maintains, just like you picture it sitting there, and like, if there's two sides, when this side gets too high, it slices very naturally and levels things out and adjusts, you know, like double-edged, right? So this says that there is going to be 100%, this is going to pay off for you. It's not necessarily that we're looking for, you know, you don't care what karma does to that person. That's their own path or whatever. But for you, because you've gone through something and you've kind of dipped into what I will call the backswing of the pendulum, the challenging periods, you know, or a challenging experience, what it's essentially done is pulled you back like a slingshot or like a rubber band, so you can reroute. You know, Mercury retrograde is perfect for that too. Like, okay, where am I aiming now that I'm pulled back here, and to propel into the area you truly want to. So this is kind of a reminder of, or not a reminder, but a validation that you got pulled back, right?
Yeah.
But it's gonna launch you forward, because Justice is a card that represents the laws of the universe, and one of the laws is the law of rhythm, and there's rhythm in everything that we're doing, you know. You might drive here one day and you had no traffic at all, and you're like, oh, this is amazing. And the next time you're like stuck in tons and tons of traffic. It's just like there's rhythm to everything. You might make a lot of money one week, and the next week you got to get new tires on your car. You know what I mean? It's like, it's always a rhythmic thing. So the suggestion here is to use it to your advantage. Send it to the law of rhythm. Okay, I just went through that. That was my backswing, and I know it, and I'm going to propel myself or choose my direction. Maybe one of comfort or luxury a little bit, or just stability and trust in myself. You know, now I know I should have listened to that red flag, or now I know it was always about me, and I am. Look, they had to freaking harvest from me. Like, look how good I am. They had to harvest that shit from me. You know what I mean? Like, I'm abundant. I have what it takes, kind of thing. And I'm going to use this backswing to propel into the direction that I want. It's a reminder as well, though, to not go too far ahead. So I'm always suggesting to people to take it like a pyramid approach or a step-by-step approach. If I was focused on manifesting, like winning the lottery, first of all, like, I don't really suggest that to people. Not that it can't be done, but just like, you know, a little gimmicky or whatever. But if I was, or if I did win the lottery, it would be unnatural. It would be such an increase that I probably wouldn't be able to handle it. Maybe I'd something, I don't know, maybe I'd be bankrupt, like the whole, every millionaire.
If you're not on the vibration of that, it's not going to last.
It's not going to last, exactly. So even when things start going good, it's helpful to pay little to the backswing from time to time. Maybe that's leaving $20 in someone's car. You know what I mean? Or maybe that's injuring yourself and being like, well, that's my backswing. Now I can move forward again, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Guys, you don't want to know.
Yeah, it's a little private. But as an example, like, we're constantly like stubbing our toe or doing something. But when we choose to let it go to the backswing so we can go forward, it's in comfort. It's step by step, instead of like, oh my god, I just raced to the top of this mountain, but I haven't acclimated and I can't breathe properly yet, you know?
Yeah, that slingshot analogy, definitely what I'm going through. And I'm the type of person that, we all are manifestors, but I believe I am my own master manifestor, whatever that means. And I'm trying to figure out my love life right now, and so that's more my focus rather than the tangible things, the physical things. And so I've been hurt entering that field again, and so now it's like it took me back to, oh, here's my past experience, and to kind of channel that energy slowly but surely, but you know, not too fast. Like, I want to get everything done now. Yeah, that's hard for all of us. We all want it. Give it to me now, you know, like, kind of thing. But it does come in steps. I feel similar to the whole move, you know. Like, I've, been living with my in-laws for like a few years now to like save up some money to start my business and all this stuff. And I have been wanting to move out of there since I moved in there. You know what I mean? But I felt stuck, like you called it. I felt stuck. That was my only option. And now I'm like, looking for places because I'm ready for it, because I have my schedule down. I have more or less like know my income for the moment. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? So it's nice that we can have these parallel kind of dynamics going on or whatever. I'm going to choose this one actually. Boop. And it is 8 of Swords. All right. Immediately, I mean, I associated this with some sort of sadness about something, but like a waiting game, more like pacing back and forth and kind of circling around. It's more of like a partner kind of thing, partner energy. Like, you guys are kind of
Don't call me out too hard.
There is some pacing, some waiting period right now, whatever that may mean. I feel like it has something to do with luck. Like, luck maybe took a turn a little while, and it made you kind of out in the blue, like out in the water, and then you've had to come back whatever that means. Relationships can be that way sometimes, where it's like we're not fully here or present or understanding each other at this moment, but now we are. You know how the rivers sometimes cross and sometimes they don't. And I think I think because of your changes, that kind of made the wave happen. Like when we suddenly shift our vibration to attract new things, and when we finally are at a new place, or life, even if we don't shift our vibration, life will take us, like you said, in a different pattern. Like there's traffic when you know, and so to be with someone through that all the time is literally impossible. Like nobody has that all the time. And so to meet obviously you're still together, but it's like you've had to go a different direction, maybe a different route, or now we don't maybe schedule pizza every Friday because now I have to prioritize this. Yep. So there is this shift, but it's creating some sadness in both of you somehow. But when you can figure out the sword, because the Eight of Swords, it's blocking the way of moving forward and expanding your circle of this cycle of rotation, this wheel that is like, now I'm here, then you can get through it. But I think many of these swords are now figuring out the stability of like, where am I going to be, where am I going to work out of, and let's think about the kid, and let's think about how to make this last, like everything, not only financially but just with life in general, just seeing all categories of life.
100%,
to work that through with the partners, its own balance.
Absolutely. I love that you brought up how like it's impossible to be like all the time forever. Like we've been together for like 10 years, so like there's definitely times where like, whoop, mine's going over here and yours is going over here, and like they separate. And when you do meet up together again, which you know we have, it's like you're different. Like you're different again. So now it's like an opportunity to be like, hey, we're different. You know, like are you cool with me now too because I'm different and you're different, kind of thing. You know what I mean?
People have false expectations of relationships, and they break up because they think, oh my God, because we're this far apart now, you're on Jupiter and I'm on Mars. Doesn't mean that you don't love each other.
Right.
And doesn't mean you can't work through it and mature through it, you know? And people think, oh, we always have to be like this. No.
Yeah. And sometimes that separation, or, you know, the paths kind of like swirling around makes the whole thing stronger down the road, you know, like for sure. So
and that's where that stability comes in. And then you don't have to now, it's important to have these swords there as like a barrier for outer forces not to interfere with your relationship, but now they can expand larger because now you're somehow like you will remove the swords and now create a bigger space for yourself to function out of it. Not literally in the literal sense, but
no, I get mentally, you're totally right.
Expanded awareness.
Yeah, I love it. It's good. Good job. Yeah, I know. I'm always like, you still going? All right. I think it's your turn, right? Pick one. Oh, there's only 2 left. Right? Yeah.
Oh my God, Justice.
Ah, stop! So Tony picked Justice 2 times. So if there was ever... all right. It's so similar. A alpha and omega. So this is similar. So there might be a message here too. So like it's the same. It has the yin yang. It has the balancing, the scales. This might be indicating something's coming, some kind of balance to anything that you've experienced in this situation or beyond. Might even be indicating now that something's kind of working its way for Libra season for you. Like the fact that they came up twice might say.
Meet a Libra.
Ooh, Libras are good. Everybody likes Libra, you know? Like, no, you don't?
Sorry.
Oh, it's funny. Is it because it's an air sign or... Because you're Earth, and air is very hard for Earth.
I have a hard time getting along with Leos.
Leo,
Sagittarius.
Good. Okay.
Leo was that one that, the 5 of Pentacles.
Okay. Well, this could just indicate Libra season.
Maybe it's just the vibration I'm sending out, like, because I expect that. Now it's
but this might be like after your birthday, you know, like after Virgo season, Libra season is the one after, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And it might mean that that's when it's kind of coming together for you. You know, whatever that justice is, or the balance, the complementary balance to perhaps something like this, might even mean it's actually coming in Libra season. Like the fact that we have it twice kind of points out something significant. First of all, significant just because it's freaking twice, and it's like, hello, you're not listening, are you? I know you are, but I mean, the cards like to play with us that way, right? Alpha and Omega too. This might be indicative of remembering to cultivate yourself. I know you are, but yourself and your inner energies. Of course, all of us have masculine and feminine energies, but in a relationship, it's a lot harder from, you know, maybe not for everybody, but it can be a lot harder to balance that, you know? So if I'm kind of masculine, does that mean that I will attract a more feminine component in some way, or a more feminine dominant component in some way? So like I'm feminine because I'm feminine, but I'm masculine in my my source. Don't you see how feminine I am?
Let's make that a meme. Just I'm feminine. I'm feminine.
Like this, you know. I'm wearing a skirt, guys.
I'm feminine too, so I tend to attract masculine guys.
Yeah. So if that's what you like, then
Yeah.
it's good to kind of keep cultivating that within yourself, you know, and just remember to not let yourself lean too masculine when it comes to the relationship. Like if you're with someone and you have to make all the plans and you have to, you know, start thinking about like too much stuff, and they're not the one coming in like, oh, we're gonna go out to dinner and then we're gonna go for a bike ride and then we're gonna do this. Like if they're not doing that and you're the one doing it, you're not giving them the opportunity to step into that masculine field. You know what I'm trying to say?
I'm usually the one like, let's do this.
Let's plan. Well, you're a Virgo, so like you are the planner, but you gotta like try to give the reins over a little to let that masculine energy step in, you know? I have the same problem. I'm like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. I don't want to eat that. We're gonna go here. Blah, blah, blah. What time is it? We gotta go. But that's more masculine. Like, in case you guys don't know, this is energy. This is not body. You know what I mean? And the Alpha and Omega. And just harmonizing that. And just remember that if this is a relationship, you're both. Like, you're both, just like I'm both. But when it's a relationship, you don't want to attract, and you like the masculine type.
The other one I need to. If you know what I mean.
Cute. But just to remember that. Remember like what you're creating the dance too, you know, and we're always creating space for people. And if you don't create the space for them to step in that masculine energy, they won't have the opportunity to, you know. And then
it's
it might
like
get
a blockage.
Yeah, it's like a blockage
like I'm just
a bit.
like repelling in some way, going against.
Because you're kind of you're like both then. Like you're both. You have like the feminine energy, but you have the masculine energy, but it's like you're trying to be both, so you're not really letting room for the other component to come in. Okay. You know what I'm trying to say?
So it's more it's more like I should be one-sided.
In a relationship, and you're gonna have like, you should speak up, you know, you should make plans if you need to make plans, but when it comes to a relationship, we have to, especially if you know you're attracted to more masculine energy, you have to step into the feminine energy more to let them be masculine, or else you're both and you don't even need them anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can empower yourself.
Yeah, I mean, you are both. We're all both. I don't mean that, but now when we get another person in the mix, we have to dance with them, and we have to make sure that we're not trying to do the dance all by ourselves. You know what I mean? You can't lead and not lead. Like, it's like kind of one or the other as the dance continues, you know?
Okay.
So you gotta be a little submit once in a while, you know, a little, I don't care, whatever you want. And then you let them have the attitude when they messed up later.
That's my problem with relationships. It's like they don't see that side of me, and then when they see it, they're like, oh, what did I do?
The masculine side or the feminine? What don't they see?
I'll be feminine, and all of a sudden, now that you're saying this, it makes sense. I'll turn to that masculine side. And be like,
yeah.
Who are you?
Yeah, they're like, wait a minute. And you're like, well, hello. you gotta step up or else I'm gonna have to, you know? That's how I feel with it. Like, to them, like what we want to kind of tell them sometimes. If they're not doing all the... It's complicated to talk about because it's not like I'm trying to say that, like, this guy, he's got to be so masculine. He can't have feelings then, or he can't be... Like, we're not talking about that. But, like, the dynamic of the relationship, it will have a tone.
It's a dance, like when they switch up theirs, then but it's unconscious, so you just do it.
Yeah, you just kind of, you fall into it. I'm sure, like, in my present relationship, we're both kind of both, you know? So it's like, if I find myself being very masculine because I have a lot of work to do, I have to be very disciplined with my schedule, I'm managing money or something, you know, it's like the more masculine realm, then he turns into the caretaker, and he's with the kid, and he's, you know, so...
Let me put on my apron.
Yeah, no, for real, you know, he's doing the dishes and stuff. And again, it's not a male-female thing. It's a masculine-female dynamic, masculine-feminine dynamic. But if I want him to...
Gender, it's just energy.
No, it's just energy. But if I want him to take me out and, like, pick where we're gonna go and whisk me off my feet for the night, I have to really, turn the table and, like, let that happen. And he has to be ready to step into that too. You know what I mean? Does that resonate a little bit? Okay, I feel like I'm tripping over my words a lot there, but
this is helping. We should call this like Reiki therapy, tarot, LaCroix.
All of it, LaCroix. Yeah, LaCroix party. So there's one left.
Beautiful.
I think, right?
Yeah.
There's just a lot of noise. Sometimes the outside noises can be a little relaxing.
Yeah.
I find, but not everybody finds.
I love that. The shade of the eyeshadow you usually have. It's just,
I don't even know what it is. Yeah, peachy.
Soft, glowy. Just,
Thank you.
It suits your complexion.
Thank you.
Not to sound superficial, but...
I'll take it.
The moon. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
The moon. It's funny because I see the lobster again. You're literally holding, the kid, the dog. Like, that's the first, I like to base my readings off the first impression and then build from there, like a storyline, and then talk about how they link, together. And so, this is literally your palace. Like, this is the end result of the story of these cards.
Palm trees and...
That was even here. I saw that in the background. Florida.
Yeah.
You literally are just going to build your own version of your kingdom. Like, we all have our own our house is our sacred place and our own just unique castle that we just we love and enjoy. And you're just going to get to that place. You're going to be content. You're going to be fulfilled. Life will always have its challenges down the road. However, it's pretty much, for the time being, smooth sailing. I'm not seeing anything else. It's just like, once you get there, you kind of can enjoy your journey for a while, authentically just enjoy and be like, yes, now I can have my siesta, now I can just take time off, I can afford it, I can spend more time with my family, the people I love, I can travel, I can sometimes enjoy being by myself, And
yes, please.
I do see that. You're going to have a mix of all that, and that's the harmony I'm seeing now, linked in with the other cards, and the balance of force is really, balance. What you are going to have, essentially, when the current moment stuff dissipates, the outside noise, then you're going to have that. It's coming. It's that, no doubt. Like, it's here. It's already here. It's just like when you hit the water, you have to let the waves settle. When they settle, because the stone already hit the water. And now you're just waiting for the waves to settle. That's literally all you have to do. Now, that's the waiting game. Part of the waiting game.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Just waiting. Just wait. Good is coming here.
I really thought that way. I just peeked at it because I wanted to make sure.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
So I'll just pull this for you. But this really resonates a lot with me. And it's great too because the moon is actually I'm a Cancer, so like the crab, the moon, the lobster, the crawfish or whatever has like speaks a lot to me.
I saw it. That is true, but for some reason I saw it as your child. I think maybe because of the holding here, but
well, he's a Cancer rising too. Yeah, we have that like in common. We were just bonding over that like last night when I was just like, we snuggle very well. Like, so I'll be working and he'll like use me as a pillow, but he just kind of like fits like wherever. You know how like little kids lay on their mom's
excuse me.
Little kids like lay on their mom's legs, or they like use your back as like a pillow. They kind of just climb on you. We always fit together very well, I guess. And I was just very focused on like, oh yeah, we're both Cancers. Like we're both these little crabs. Like, okay, you know, yeah. Yeah, it was really cute. So there is. I honestly didn't
I have
even
to trust my intuition more because I was really doubting. But, yeah.
Oh yeah, you definitely do. So this one's for you, I think, right? Because it's the last one.
Oh, that's me. That looks like me with that hair slicked like that and the color. I don't know about the muscles. I'm trying to get there.
It's like dance. It's like dance, dude. This, I feel like, is super excited. Holy shit, I did something I didn't even, like, I just did it. Like, you ever see, I'm gonna go back to a kid just because their enthusiasm for, like, you see a kid, like, climb up a slide that they, like, were scared to do, and then they go down, or they jump in the water for the first time, or, like, something, but they're, like, laughing so hard that they're almost crying because they did it, and they're just, like, overwhelmed, but it's beautiful. You know that kind of feeling?
I already feel like it's here in my sacral chakra.
Yeah. Like you're gonna be like, oh my god. Like, it's like if you imagine jumping and thinking like, oh, I'm not gonna get that far, and then you leap and you're like, oh my god, I'm really freaking doing this. But it's like so exciting, and like laughter, tears, joy, tears, like, but in that you did it. Like, oh my god, I did that. Oh my god, I did that. Like, pinch me, are you freaking serious? I did it, kind of thing, you know? And it has something to do with your creation, something you are creating. It could be passion, it could be, I feel like it's inventive, or it's like this, like, I did it, like, I really did it, I really manifested what I wanted. 8 is such a, like, harmonizing, like, I think of the figure 8, but then, like, the infinity symbol, and how balancing and, like comfortable that is. It's not too much, it's not too little, it's, like, the sweet spot, you know what I mean? And, like, you're gonna hit it, you know, like.
I know what it is. I saw the lightning. That was
the lightning too.
In the desert.
And I love that there's.
I feel like
No, go ahead.
Sometimes, do people usually do that? Like, if you're reading someone and then they contribute to the card.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yeah.
So it's like something that came up that it's like new energy, like a breath of fresh air, that kind of thing. I'm
Absolutely.
not familiar with.
Like a download, like something.
Yeah.
But it's below as well, or it supports what's below as well. So
it's
there's
part of the infinite, part of the comfortable life that I'm trying to build.
And this is the 4 that's like earth-based, we could say. And this is like the support from like the more cosmic downloads, or the newness, or the new idea that like shot through, and it kind of carries through all of them almost, you know, since there's 4 and 4. Like it connects, conductive almost. It might even be with your Reiki stuff too, you know, like it might tie in a bit. Oh yeah, the fly. There is a bird. Little flying guy. Very cute. Super cute. I love these cards. Alright, so maybe we'll do one now, or we just do it a little bit more for like the viewer, and we'll just pull 5 and we'll talk to them. Would that be okay? Like a quick little, we won't go too long. I know we have to like hear them.
Guys love long videos.
I'm not even going to shuffle these ones back in. I'm going to leave them over on the side, if that's okay. I guess we'll do 4 cards to make it even. So I'll just do 2, and then you could do 2, and we'll kind of like read them together. Yeah, I always forget to make the little. Oh, you did 4 like that. I was gonna do just 4 of us together, but I'll do more. I was gonna say 4 total. But that's okay. Yeah, you did it. It's done.
It's done.
I'm just mad. I'm just dancing with you, you know? Alright, so maybe we'll go like around like a U.
Let's throw a dart. Let's get one of your sword earrings. Throw a dart at a card.
You start. Just go ahead.
Right. This is what I was trying to do.
Nice.
The Ace of Cups. So, let's see what you're going through now, honey, okay? Hold my earrings. Okay, so the Ace of Cups is usually portrayed as a very emotional upbringing card. I typically associate it with, oh my God, you know, you're going through a lot of emotions right now, just simply that. Part of this is also fun. I am seeing water, like a water slide, a water park.
It made me think of like a milkshake, and like my milkshake brings us.
Too hot for you too. Sorry, guys. But yeah, I am seeing like fun, but maybe you're being emotional now because you're finally having fun. I'm just seeing that it's not something that serious. It's more like, oh my God, finally, like I can just finally sit in this. I can finally enjoy this. Maybe you guys are crying because we're finally together in a video. Like you finally get to enjoy something, okay? So that's just what I'm feeling.
I like that, and that makes sense too. And it's funny that you said fun, because it felt like a fun thing to me too. Like it even looks like a little carnival face down here or something, you know?
Mischievous little smile on the bottom there.
So I'm gonna mirror you, and I won't read it reverse. We have King of Swords. So this is perhaps someone in your life, another freaking Libra. I'm not making this about Tony, but it's another Libra. Fair. There's some kind of like.
Who's that Libra? I want to know.
He's got a little facial hair. He's handsome. But it speaks to me of holding the field of balance, this like wisdom, keeping what speaks to me most, I think, with the Libra, with this card specifically, is mastering the mental field, mastering what you allow yourself to chew on and what you quickly shuffle away. So when you're kind of on a path of self-development, one of the key things that we work with is usually awareness. Like you hear it so much, right? Awareness. It's like the start. So it's almost like either suggestion or a validation that you already are, knowing when something comes into your head that is just junk food, that is just gonna like take you down the wrong path or distract you or whatever, and kicking that out and saying, no, like I'm only gonna chew on what feels right to me. I'm only gonna chew on that which supports me. So whether that's a message of suggestion or just kind of honoring that you are doing that and keep doing that, because we all are best served by maintaining some kind of protection over what we're allowing into our mental plane, like what we're thinking about, basically, you know?
Trying to pick up the pieces of what you just said. What resonated with me more was that, you know what happened last time, the similar scenario happening again, you know what to do now, Tony.
Yeah,
that's kind of like the wisdom of
the wisdom
crown, kind of like.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which one are you gonna pick next?
Okay, believe it or not, actually this one. Three of Pentacles. Oh, that's that card.
Yeah.
So, oh my God. I just realized this was about the viewer.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I use myself as an example all the time.
But I literally, like...
No, I know. I thought of it too, because the Libra thing.
Okay, because I was going to start talking about you. Okay, so this is the Three of Pentacles. So... Yeah, hard work, but there's also a mix of play energy here too. There is play in the background and in the foreground. Yeah, you're kind of working on a project with some people, but you're having fun with it. It's a lot of work, don't get me wrong, but you're enjoying it. And the work is such a heavy word, like
it
job,
is, yeah.
work.
Like, oh, I don't want to go to work, like that kind of thing. Or I have so much work to do. It's like, oh,
yeah.
It's like that could be fun if
just
you like
brings
it.
Your vibe down, so it kind of the people you're with, and I guess how you're actively choosing to work is making your experience a whole lot easier, and making the work pass faster and really more rewarding. And when you finally put up all the bricks and look back, you're like, That was a nice experience. I got a lot out of that. So just enjoy whatever you're working on with others and being productive. There's nothing that you need to personally work on yourself. It's just an experience for you to enjoy now. And if you have to work on something again, similar to this project, then you know how to handle and manage it better. And bring that in the workplace for others to know how to manage it better. So maybe you can give them advice on how you, how do you say, like, there's like no word for it. It's like just managing, like it's almost like you're a manager
or this project will lead you to being able to manage more easily, maybe something like that.
Yeah, and helping others see that that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
How do you explain?
Yeah, this card, I would say 100% like the same thing. It's, you're busy, there's a lot of work to do, but whatever you're building, it does seem like there could be fun there. Like you can make it fun. You can make everything fun, you know? And it seems like it's also something that you for sure and the team that you're with for sure, but potentially a lot more other people are going to enjoy. Like it kind of looks like a space or a physical thing of some kind that other people will be able to enjoy as well. So it's not like the work is just for you or just for the team. It's also something that's going to be shared in some way, you know, like an event or literally building a home or planning a trip.
It felt like that. I mean, not just because of the picture, but it actually felt like a construction project.
Building something. Like a tent or like like setting up a tent or tents for people for a concert or something. I don't know, like anything but building.
Maybe like a
and I love that he's like dabbing.
He's like a church, like a community.
He does like a community thing. Yeah.
Make him up. This is the tower. So
you want me to do it?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Sure. Oh, what's that? Oh, I'm so sorry. The tower. All right. This is a really interesting tower, too. It doesn't even look like the tower crumbled. It looked like somebody just got tossed off the top of the tower. It's almost like you've built something or you've worked on something and it either doesn't fit you, but it still stands, or it was a lot harder than you thought it was going to be and you did succeed in accomplishing it, but now you're like, oh my God, like I just want to crawl into a ball and cry for a week, or I need to go take 1,000,000 cleansing baths or something, like to release yourself. It's very interesting. Normally the tower, it kind of looks like the whole tower is falling down, but in this picture it's like a person that had fallen, you know? So that's why it kind of makes me think
of their resources. I'm seeing, and tossed in the sea and shot at with lightning. Like it's like, it's a very intense one. Like,
it's very intense. It's very personal. Like it's very personal of the individual. With any tower in general, though, like the message is that like you will rebuild from this. Like that door is kind of closed in a sense, or it's time to move on. So that's kind of the overall message. But there's just something very, very personal about this, like a very personal like injury or dig or something.
Yeah, like I was going to
say go ahead.
That's like your kind of the outcast of the group. Like you were pushed away, and now you're like, where do I go from here? This was my only resource. This was my only place. And a lot of times, vibrationally, when we feel that already in the beginning, because we haven't worked on that part yet, we sort of attract this into our life and do it to ourselves, where we feel like, I'm the outcast, I'm the outcast, I'm the outcast. These people think this way about me, these people think this way about me. And then we're pushed to match what we felt, and now that's kind of what I feel. And now you're seeing that. The eye drew me in on the top. You're seeing, as third person, all of this. You're not here, you're actually seeing it. The tower, you're seeing yourself falling here, and the awareness of that. So that's, as long as you can, from a higher aspect, take yourself out of that kind of traumatic experience and see that, you'll know why that occurred and where to go next. The seas will naturally take you.
I like that. I wouldn't have thought of that. That's good. Very good.
I love how your hair like shining on the purple.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
I'm lost. Is it your turn to pick one now, or
Oh my god.
I'm so confused.
My feet are
numb.
Oh god. Oh gosh. All right.
Do I pick one? I can't
The funny
remember.
thing is,
what
I picked the card, but I let you read, so maybe you pick it and then let me read.
Okay.
Sorry.
No.
Maybe you pick the card. They're gonna be like half asleep, half out, like with my loud voice. 5 of Wands. Okay, so first impression, food. It's like a gathering of food. I'm gonna light the card up. A gathering of resources with people, like actual food. Like you're actually doing something for some form of survival, if that makes sense. It doesn't always have to mean financially, but it's like you're maybe helping. Oh, okay, I see now. This makes sense. Because we saw the church, the congregation. You're literally like doing some volunteer work and helping and building something and feeding people. And I'm seeing that connection now where you are building that sort of environment for others. But at the same time, I'm linking this to the Tower because you were sort of, oh, okay, now I see it. You were doing something before that wasn't in your path. So I feel like your vibration now matched to what you're supposed to be doing. And now you're doing more like volunteer work, you're helping. It doesn't have to mean you literally signed up for volunteer.org or whatever. You just are doing something productive with others right now. You just start doing something productive with others right now that is getting you to where you need to be with helping others. And you feel drawn to that. You're watching this video, you most likely are drawn to that, I'm sure, all of you. You are having fun with it. You're really getting an awareness of what you're supposed to be doing now. I keep tapping back and forth to different cards because they're all linking together in your story. And this is just a card about that kind of gathering, that connection with the other cards, and five cards. I mean,
yeah, and it seems like there's something just much more about now you can be who you wanted to be in here. It's almost like you were trying to fit into something that wasn't a good fit. And now with this new development, it's allowing you to be more of who you wanted to be in the first place. Like very much more self-based, if that makes sense. And not in an ego way either, but more like aligning to who you want to see yourself as and who you want to be in the experience of life in general. And it has a bigger magnetism towards, and this carries forward and helps other people as well. It's not just for you, but you're allowed to be your true self because of that in some way.
Yeah.
I'll go with this one. 10 of Cups. So it's funny, 10 of Cups typically for me, like if you just were like, oh, 10 of Cups, you'd be like, oh yeah, abundance, great. You're getting it all, you have it all. It's emotional fulfillment. But doesn't this lady look like indifferent? Like, yeah, I have it all.
Your cups are full, but yeah.
Yeah, but like it's kind of like just staring at it like hypnotically, like not really like feeling it yet.
Into it.
Yeah, so it's kind of a reminder to you, it's happening, like it's there for you. Everything is running over, everything is full, it is the completion. There might be some introspection perhaps on that door closing, and then the next, yeah, you're right, there's the Ace of Cups as well, very similar, but it's like there might be some introspection of how maybe some doors closed, or okay, I've completed this cycle in some way, time to move on to the next door, next thing. And that's okay to be introspective, but we have to also let ourselves feel that we've kind of reached that top of the mountain, so to speak, or that we've let ourselves redevelop, or this is an opportunity for redevelopment rather. So I'm kind of tripping up my words a little bit because I think I'm tying in a lot of stuff. This might be kind of unrelated to some things as well, because I'm having a hard time, as much as like this connects, I'm having like a hard time really feeling 100% connection. So it might be for some of you who kind of got what they wanted, and then they realized like, oh shit, like I'm still not done though. Like I'm still not done. Like I still have more to do. Yeah, this level complete, but I have 64, who knows, more levels to go through.
These kind of look like step ladders.
Yeah, you're right. Up, 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 up,
You
up,
want to
up.
be there and you're not happy. That's
Yeah.
fulfilled somehow.
Yeah, yeah. Or it's like, oh damn,
You're
like
still on the ground.
yeah, I did it, but I still have so much more to do. But we have to still let ourselves feel that good feeling of like, yeah, I did it, I completed it, I am on to the next one. But it's like honoring. I can kind of tie it into like little milestones sometimes that I have in my life, or I'm coming up on like 100,000 subscribers, like finally, I'm so excited, thank you. But every time I'd be like, oh, when I get 20,000, I'm gonna celebrate. Or when I get 50,000, I'm gonna take myself out to dinner. And like, I never really did. Like I never really let myself like take it and like celebrate that I did it, because it was always, oh yeah, but now I gotta get to 75, or now I'm coming up on 100. You know what I mean? So it's like, stop looking ahead so much, you know, or reflecting in any kind of like, you did it, like let yourself enjoy it, and like celebrate those things that come up when they do like these milestones and stuff. Very unrelated to what typical 10 of Cups I'd say would be from a by the book standard, but just seems to be what's coming up. Do you want to have a look and add?
Yeah, I pretty much contributed all I saw. I saw the, I don't know if this is a willow tree. I love willow trees. But yeah, there's just the blue, the look of, what is this?
Yeah,
About
little,
basically what you said.
indifferent,
That's
like
pretty
not,
much it.
yeah. Enjoy it. Wake up. Wake up your senses. Enjoy
It can
it.
be hard to do. I mean, if I can maybe add in a personal experience as well. There are moments where, you know, you feel like, let's say, oh, I just graduated school. Now what? You know? And you want to move forward, and sometimes look at the next step. Where am I going to go from here? Where's my career going to go from here? But sometimes you don't know what to do. And that insecurity is making you sad about your accomplishment now of, example, graduating. And it can really bring you down and burden you. And so it could also be a mix of that, but I'm more resonating as well with what you said. Like, you're not fully here, present, enjoying this moment. That's it.
Which one you want to pick? Yeah.
The Hierophant. Oh God, I don't know how I dirtied these cards. Okay.
Getting good use. Just using them.
Oh my gosh, the bull. I'm seeing the bull again. It's funny. There, yeah, I mean, there's a bull. So, this is a card I never really fully understood because it has multiple meanings. It really is multifaceted here. And this is also like not really linking in with other cards. It's its own unique thing. The only thing I'm really seeing out of this is flowers, bull, and the elephants. Like there's something with nature, other beings that are not human, and you're maybe connecting more to those, and maybe you needed to, maybe to get out of this lackluster feeling. And with cards, I really don't like to overthink, overanalyze. It just is. Like, there's something with animals you're connecting to lately. Do it. Go with it. Go with the flow of that. Be with animals, be outside, connect to source in that way. That's all I'm seeing, really. It's like, I'm seeing also a blockage of some sort. There's something very dark in the center, but I can't quite put my finger on it. But maybe it'll help unblock to kind of connect.
Yeah, reconnect with nature.
Outside of this.
Yeah, the Hierophant, just on like a typical, like straight, like one thing. I typically associate with like tradition and also like knowing. So like tradition as in, I don't want to say religion, but like that could be an example, like traditional in some way. And it's almost like then if we combine what you're saying about nature, which I love and I totally see it too, it's like maybe the new tradition is more nature based for you. Like maybe there's some kind of processing of your family traditions or your own personal practice that would be served very well by connecting more with nature, more with the elements, more with herbs or flowers or
maybe that
animal archetypes.
Maybe that blockage is breaking the tradition. You're not comfortable stepping outside the line.
Yeah, or it's like unfulfilled, or maybe there is a tradition, but it's like unfulfilled, so it's creating a blockage. And so in some religion, just as an example, you know, it's like taking things in a more nature-based way is like, no, that's devil, that's witch, that's something. It's like, wait, but nature is everywhere. Like, how could that be? So sometimes we have this like internal conflict of like what we're like connecting with, and like, is this good or is this evil or is this, you know, anything, like anything. The bull, even as an example, can be beautiful, stability, reliability, or it could be like sacrifices and like all kinds of crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna find good and bad everywhere. So I think there's always a message of just like, find the good, like find the good in whatever it is. And I do feel you're right. There's like an invitation to connect more with nature, animals, flowers, herbs, the garden.
That was a good.
You know.
Say that again.
The garden.
An invitation to.
An invitation, yeah, to connect with it.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can
see?
invite yourself. You can open to it.
I love invitations, right? Oh.
Well said.
The hangman.
The hangman. Whoa. Okay. The first thing that I was drawn to is it's like you're holding on to a thread. Usually the hangman is pretty tightly secured around the branch.
Right. Yeah, I like this one. It's like, yeah. It's like just the foot, like holding on.
You're on your freaking toes about this. And it's like you're just literally letting your hair out. I'm like, I don't care. Let me be. And I think that's part of the nature connecting again. And the last card is usually always like the outcome, even if we didn't do a traditional spread. This is more like, yeah, this is your version of where you want to be, your Zen, peace vibe. And after all this, you will get through this, the Ten of Cups, you know, the blockage, saw blockage, I don't know, but even getting through the Tower, you will find yourself, and look, there's no one around you. It's all in you, all along. So it's just about getting connected to your inner source, which is part of source. And when you see that, the peace. Beautiful.
It's very zen. I love that card. And you're right. I love that you right away saw how it's like holding on by his own foot, like, because I think that stands out for me too. And when
I forgot to bring that. Yeah,
you know,
that was part of it. But yeah, you are still sort of like on the edge at times, and the branch is that nature grounding. So it's like literally you can flip this up and you're stable again. You have that steady foundation. But you can, in a sense, defy literal gravity. Like if chaos is around you, you choose to be at peace, that chaos is no longer there. So that's kind of what it means, like to hang by the foot, is you can be in that position, but you can still choose to be calm through that. Oh my God, I'm going to fall off this flipping tree, you know? So.
Yeah, there's like a self-reliant kind of like tie to it.
Yeah.
And it's funny, just as you were talking about this, but then you said blockage here, it right away like said something to me, so I'm going to just kind of pair them a little. But that blockage sometimes, it's like in the heart, right? Would you say it's like in the heart area?
Yeah, center.
Sometimes that can tie to perhaps the messages of the heart not coming through, like not knowing what your desires are, not knowing like where do I go next. And perhaps tradition might be interfering with that because it's like blocking it right away, like, oh, I have this desire, oh, but I can't do that because I have to follow this path of whatever I felt like I was already tied to in the first place, and this is out of that path, and I can't go out of my path. But actually the heart is always leading on the path, like the personal path. So it's almost like tying these together. I want to say this also has like a meditative vibe as well, like you said, Zen, almost like meditative. Finding your inner peace is going to solve all of this, because you'll be hearing much more clearly what your heart is trying to tell you, you know. So I don't know, just as you said, that just like kind of came up. And getting out of your head for a little while, into the body, into peace, you know, even if it's literally like you've made it yourself, you're hanging on yourself, you made the peace, not it fell into place for you, you know. You found the Zen spot. All right, high five, Tony, we did good.
It's going to help a lot of people, I think. It's just beautiful, really, how it connects. And I think this is something, no matter who's watching, someone can relate to some
kind of little message piece or whatever. That's how I take them, for sure. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to go over to Tony's channel and check out the video that we have over there.
I just want to kind of bring in one more
please
thing.
do.
I just feel drawn to. You know, I was talking, I forgot where, I think it was a tarot reading I did for someone. I was drawn to my candle all of a sudden during the reading. And I said that the candle does nothing. It doesn't summon spirits. It doesn't do anything. I light it because ever since a child, I associated that with my subconscious as calm. So when I light a candle, I am suddenly calm. So find your calm. You can find your self-reliance through this calm. So this could trigger your calm, you know? Do things daily to kind of add and build onto that. You can choose peace. Peace doesn't necessarily choose you. It's here, so just remember.
Yeah, for sure. I love that. I love that so much. I one time find your peace.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, that was really funny.
It's funny.
Yeah, we had a little phone go off there. But yeah, just making it for your own, because you're right, it's not gonna fall into place for you. Well, not like that. We create peace, we create happiness. There was this time where I was planning a trip, and I wanted to know if it was gonna like be a good trip, and I was asking, and I was actually using a pendulum and not tarot, but my question was like, am I gonna have a good time? And the pendulum was just like not moving at all, like, I don't know, bitch, are you? Like, that's up to you, not the circumstance, because it can rain on your day and you can still be in a good mood. It's not that, it's this that finds it, you know. So anyway, we'll wrap it up, you know. Thank you.
Once you go through the tower, remember.
Yeah, find it. Create something for you. You'll get it. You'll get it. Right? Well, what do I usually say? It's so different having another person in the room to do your thing.
If you guys found us from my video, then subscribe to Jillian. And if you're new to my channel, I'd appreciate you guys check out our video we do on my channel as well.
That's great. Thank you for saying that. So thank you so much for letting us be a little piece of your path today. You know, we honor this experience, and just thank you. All right? So, bye-bye. Namaste.